The midnight game is said to be an ancient pagan ritual that was used as a punishment for those who disobeyed the gods. It involves summoning the Midnight Man and avoiding him from midnight until 3:33 a.m. Anyone who has played this game advises against it, as most of them have walked away with long-lasting mental trauma at best. This game has one of the highest stakes of any on this list, so if the rest of these aren't terrifying enough for you, take a look and see what's involved with summoning the Midnight Man. To play the game you'll need the following: a candle, matches, salt, paper and pen, a wooden door and lastly a drop of your own blood. To invite the Midnight Man into your home, write down your name and add the drop of blood to the piece of paper. Now turn off every light in the house and place the lit candle and the paper in front of a wooden door. Knock on the door 22 times with the final knock when the clock chimes 12 a.m. Open the door and then blow out the candle and close the door again. Relight your candle immediately. With that, the game has started. You have until 3:33 a.m. to avoid the Shadow Man as he hunts for you in the dark. Signs he is near include whispering sounds, drops in temperature and most importantly the candle flickering or going out. If it does, you must relight it within 10 seconds and then surround yourself in a salt circle which you must remain in until the game ends at 3:33 a.m. But what happens if he catches you? Well, according to those that have played, he'll either trap you inside a hallucination of your worst fear or rip out your internal organs one by one. So whatever you do, don't get caught. Actually, it's probably best if you don't play this game at all. You have been warned. The belief in the supernatural importance of elevators has its origins in Korea, where it is said you can travel to another world, possibly to a parallel universe, using a specific combination on an elevator. To experiment with this, make sure you go to a building with at least 10 floors and are alone in the elevator. Press the buttons 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5 in that order, and begin your ascent. On the 5th floor, a woman will enter the elevator with you. Make sure you don't look straight at her or talk to her, just like any elevator ride. After she enters, press the 1st floor button. The elevator will then ignore your command, taking you to the 10th floor instead. Once you reach the 10th floor, you may either choose to get off the elevator or to stay on it. If you choose to get off, and if the woman entered the elevator on the 5th floor, she will ask you, "Where are you going?" Do not answer her and do not look at her. You will know whether you have arrived at the other world by one indication: the only person present in it is you. For the return trip, if you chose to stay on the elevator at the 10th floor, press the button for the 1st floor. If it doesn't work, keep pressing it until it finally does. When the elevator reaches the 1st floor, exit as soon as the doors open. Do not look back. If you choose to exit the elevator at 10th floor, you must use the same elevator to return as the one in which you arrived. When you enter the elevator, press the buttons in the same order you did in steps 2 through 8 of venturing out. You should finish at the 5th floor. When you reach the 5th floor, press the button for the 1st floor. The elevator will again begin to ascend to the 10th floor. Press any other floor's button to cancel the ascension. You must press the button you used to cancel the ascension before you reach 10th floor. After you reach the 1st floor, check your surroundings carefully. If anything seems off, even the smallest detail, do not exit the elevator. If you detect something wrong, repeat step 2 until your surroundings look as they should. The Three Kings game comes to us from the always unsettling No Sleep subreddit. In order to participate, you need to set up 2 mirrors that face each other with a chair placed in the middle. Lastly, you'll need a lit candle. The chair is your throne, making you the king, the mirrors are your queen and your fool, although you may know not which is which. At exactly 3:30 a.m., you are to sit on the chair with the candle lit, facing the mirror. Hold the candle and stare into the darkness. The game has begun. The purpose of this game is to transport your consciousness to another dimension. Many players have reported having conversations with themselves in an honest and introspective manner. They gain the ability to look at their past and present through a new set of eyes. Others have claimed that this is a ritual that will induce a lucid dream. Either way, if you're interested in staying up all night meditating, this may be the game for you. Just remember, whatever secrets you may learn will stay with you long after the game has ended, be they good or bad. The closet game's sole purpose is to summon a demon into your home. To play, stand in your closet with an unlit match and utter the phrase, "Show me the light or leave me in the darkness." At this point, you should hear a faint whisper. As soon as you hear it, light the match you have in your hand. This is important because if you fail to light your match in time, it's said the demon will pull you into a pit of eternal darkness. If you do light the match, open your closet door and slowly step out into the room. Congratulations! Now your closet is haunted by a demon. It's recommended that from now on you never look inside your closet without light. It's also rumored that if by chance you leave your closet door open at night, you'll see the demon watching you from inside, with red eyes that glow like matches. One-man hide-and-seek is based on an old ritual that is said to summon the dead. The folklore that surrounds this game involves restless, wandering spirits, which are said to endlessly search for bodies to possess. You are to summon such a spirit by offering it a doll instead of a human host. While this game can have some seriously creepy ramifications, it admittedly takes a lot of preparation before play can commence. First, take a doll and empty out the stuffing. Fill it with rice along with a piece of your fingernail or hair and sew it closed again with a red thread. Put the doll in a tub filled with water, then turn off all of the lights. Fill your mouth with salt water and go back to the tub, where the doll should have disappeared. Begin searching your house, remembering to keep all the lights off. This game must take place in the dark. One-man hide-and-seek can only end once you have found the doll. Pour the salt water into your mouth on it, wait until dry, then burn and discard the remains to complete the ritual. Of course, it's probably easier to just play this with a friend, but if you're really craving some seriously spooky hide-and-seek, then this should do just fine.